For example, like in school, you see how kids with their wooden table and chair, and then their heavy bag, and usually they'll think one strap is very cool.
Yes.
So that weight is just dropping. So imagine that they're doing it over time, over time, over time, over time. And then sitting out like this.
So the way I check my sitting self. Go there, no, I say no.
Yeah.
Help to me.
So,
Yeah.
and it happens during puberty, and most parents are not aware of it. And when they get to a certain age, like being a teenager, like 18, for example, 17, 16, they tend to, you hear complaining that they are not able, like breathing becomes a problem, back pain, they can't stand for long. You see the hip becomes diagonal, one leg becomes shorter than the other. You see the glute muscle, which is the buttocks muscle, one will be firm and one is a bit relaxed, too relaxed, or the shape of it is not the same.
Okay. Thank you for breaking it down so clearly, Elvis. Gabriel, what's it like living with scoliosis?
Scoliosis journey is not an easy journey at all. The condition is painful, and it has not been easy with the journey. That is why Scoliosis Foundation Ghana is advocating for better care of people with the condition, especially children, because I live with it. I had it from age 2, and the stigma and then the rejection and attached to the condition. I don't want these children who should go through the same. The pain alone, as an adult, there are times you lie down and it's difficult to wake up. And sometimes the pain is so severe that you can't do anything. And it has a lot of difficulties breathing. I find it difficult walking for a long time, as a doctor rightly mentioned. And African way of understanding what the condition is due to lack of education is another thing that most scoliosis patients go through.
What is the African way?
Yes, people think scoliosis has something to do with superstition, witchcraft from curse or whatever, but that's not the case. Scoliosis is basically a spine condition, and some people had it by accident, and some people had it, as Dr. rightly mentioned, genetically, because that of idiopathic scoliosis runs in families. And so I've done a lot of projects, especially Scoliosis Foundation, on patients, people who were working straight, they were cool, but in the end, due to certain accident and a lot of issues came and they developed it. So it's not easy living with scoliosis at all. And the most unfortunate thing is that there are a lot of people who are working with the condition, yet they don't know. Except that for me, whose spine is showing, people really think that if your spine is showing, you have scoliosis, you are the only person who has scoliosis. But a lot of people who have scoliosis and they yet to be. That is why we also encourage school screening. So once it is detected earlier, something can be corrected. Surgery is expensive, care is not taken. People will live with scoliosis in Ghana and Africa and die with the condition because it is expensive in Ghana. Yeah.
Before I come to Elvis, how did it impact your education?
Well, scoliosis is not a disadvantage. It has nothing to do with my education. I went through schools system. I went to secondary school. I went through all the system, and it has nothing to do. Yes, and it has nothing to do with the brain. It's just a spine, and I do normal thing that every human being should do.
But I can imagine that having interactions with students and teachers, were there any challenges?
Sometimes, I remember a friend from the UK visited me, a classmate. It was after he realized that I established this foundation, that he had to research and find out more. Then he got to understood why, when we were children, when we were in the school, some of the things that I was doing, and some of the teachers sympathize with us because they see that from wherever you are coming from. But stigma is another thing. Most children stigmatize us. You go to school and you are stigmatized. You don't want to associate with people. You're always isolated.
You still feel the stigma as an adult?
Yes, I do, because sometimes even in the public domain, you are in a trotro or a car, and people want to join. They see you. They don't want to sit beside you. Sometimes the stigma alone, you go to public gathering and people look at you, the way and manner people look at you. And so
How do you feel?
I feel so bad, and basically sometimes I don't want to, when I go to places of public gathering, I always isolate myself. So you see me hiding at a corner, sitting at a corner. Even there are occasions where there are these, what do you call it, serve yourself, food and all that. People have to wake up, go and fetch their food and all that. You don't find me. When I go, wherever I will sit, that is where I sit until the end of the program.
Where have you had your strength and your resilience to push on through in spite of all these challenges?
Yes, as I said, my passion is to help these children so that they don't go through what I've been through. I've really been through a lot, and I don't want to mention all, but family rejection. There are times even your home house will reject you. And when I look at these children, I did a project on one particular boy, and the father, the parents hide this boy in a room, and they don't want people to see because they are afraid of being stigmatized. And so for me, I see there are a lot of these children out there who are suffering. There are a lot of them who are hiding, and I see myself as coming out to speak up for scoliosis. People should know about scoliosis. People should accept people with scoliosis condition and also help as well. Because what we are doing, fortunately, Shriners Hospital for Children in the US have come in to support us to do surgeries for these kids for free, and we are in the process of piloting the project. And so you see that a lot of people, parents, they are watching. After this program, a lot of calls will come. This month, they are contacting me. They go to Focus, they go to other places, and the help is not there because surgery is expensive. Last week, a patient was brought from Techiman, and when they went to the hospital, they were given a bill of 144,000 Ghana cedis. So just for the surgery, and can you imagine? So if the parent can't afford, then the children have to grow with it and go through all the stigma, all the problems that is associated with scoliosis.
Is it correctable early?
Yes, it is correct. It can be corrected. Yes, it can be corrected. It can be prevented as well. And the doctor will speak more on that.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for sharing your story, Gabriel. Elvis,
Yeah.
you are a physiotherapist.
Yeah.
How is that able, and the CrossFit that I spoke about,
Yeah.
how is that able to help people who are living with scoliosis?
Okay, so if you go to my page, right, you see the corrections I do. Like, for example, like him, there's going to be a lot of corrections to be done, like a lot. I have to be, readjusting the spine where you hear click, cracks, and a whole lot of things.
With pain to him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the video. I would have. But in the process of scoliosis like this, there's something called the spinal manipulation, which readjusts the spine. And then you hear these loud cracks, which are gases in between the joints.
Is it like when you crack your knuckles, you hear that sound?
Yes.
Like
But this is more of a spinal adjustment. But someone who is having scoliosis, it also depends. For example, he's an adult. It's going to be more difficult. Yeah. Okay. And it's going to take a long, long time. When it's a kid, it's a bit easier because you can manage it, prevent it, wear the posture belt from getting worse. And like you said, if you don't have the money, what are you going to do? And then once the correction is done, that's where the CrossFit comes in. So that means to strengthen the back. So because, for example, like the jobs we do, office job, you see them, or even the job you're doing, you're gonna slouch. A lot of people don't have the strength to be upright all the time. We get to a certain point, then we just drop.
Okay.
So that's where the CrossFit comes in, to strengthen the posture to be upright. Because as we grow older, we tend to slouch. That's where the ribs become too closing, and breathing becomes a problem. Digesting becomes a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for just clearing that up and giving me a sense of how physiotherapy and CrossFit helps people with scoliosis. So you have a program coming up, Gabriel.
Yes.
Tell me about the program.
The program is coming out today, this morning.
Oh, fresh.
Yeah, this morning at the Deborah School, Oduman in Sakina. And
Where is that? Which program is that?
Around Ablekuma.
Okay.
From Ablekuma, then you get into Manya Junction, then towards in Sakina.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's taking place this morning. International Scoliosis Awareness Day was last week Saturday, and we have been organizing activities, public fora, to educate the public and also screen as well.
Good.
Fortunately, this year we are not screening because of lack of funding. Because once you screen, you identify cases. Once you identify cases, you need to correct them.
Exactly.
And so we've had on screening for this time. From 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, the program is taking place. And we are asking everyone to support us. Funding is a big challenge. And we also like to thank Reverend Kwekuado, I want to thank Juliet, Mana Juliet, all those who have come in to support us. We thank them. We also thank Chinese Hospital for Children. We thank Focus, because this whole thing started from Focus. Dr. Oniba Boachi supported us, and Focus is still with us. And we thank them. We thank DBC. From day one, since we started, DBC had been so supportive. And so we thank you, and we thank everyone who had supported this initiative.
Awesome.
We would like to solicit for funds, people, all those who want to help us. There are a lot of people with the condition. If you go to Focus, you'll find them. There are a lot of them.
Drop the number.
Even the big men.
Yeah.
054-244-9667. 054-244-9667. You can reach us on social media, scoliosisfoundationghana.org. On YouTube, Scoliosis Foundation Ghana. Please get in touch with us and support us. The kits are many. There are about over 30 patients on our list waiting for surgery. So please, we need your help. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gabriel. Emerging Ladies Academy, that's also part of this.
Yes, Emerging Ladies Academy is, they are from focus on girls in tech, technology, and they have come in to partner with Scoliosis Foundation Ghana.
Good.
Because they think that it doesn't matter the condition of these young girls, they still have to live their life, and therefore Emerging Ladies Academy has fantastic projects with Scoliosis Foundation so that they can train these children in technology.
Awesome. Thank you. Elvis, how do people reach you?
Okay.
You were talking about your page.
Yes, my page, yes. So if you want to reach out to me, please, all social medias, Physio and CrossFit. And the booking number, please. The booking number is 020-584-1318. 020-584-1318. And the page, all social medias, Physio and CrossFit. Yes.
As simple as that. Physio and CrossFit. Follow him. Follow Scoliosis Foundation Ghana as well. Gabriel, you have the last word.
The last word, I want to thank Tiffany Gamble. She is the president of Emerging Ladies Academy, and Evelyn Alabi Saba. Also, thank you. Thank my mom and everyone who have supported us. Deborah School Vision has given us the privilege to host the program at their school. We are so grateful.
Thank you. Me, I always miss my mom. So when you say thank you, mom, what's your mom's name? What's her name?
Madam Evelyn Krantama Mensah.
One time.
She made me who I am today.
Shout outs to mommy. Yeah, mommy. Shout outs to you. Yeah, I'll blow a kiss to you right now. Yes. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Gabriel and Elvis. speaking about scoliosis. In case you don't know the spelling, it's SCO, Leo, LIO, SIS, SIS, scoliosis. All right? Follow them, follow the physiotherapy and CrossFit, and let's get all the education that we need to make lives better and support the foundation. It's not just talk, but let's back it up with money as well. The surgeries are expensive, but corrective surgery is possible, and let's put a smile on the faces of those young people who Gabriel is fighting for with all his passion. I thank you very much. And the next conversation has to do with money. All right, yeah. So let's talk about money and strengthening financial institutions. After that, we'll talk about music. So from money to music, and stick around. My name is Kafui. Back